Okay, give me your name and the business again, John.
Sure. My name's John Ujda, and the business is Better World Books.
Better World Book. I read a little bit about it. It just sounds terrific. So, what do you guys actually do now? Besides saving the world, I mean, you're obviously trying to save the world, but how are you doing that?
Yeah. So, in the big picture, essentially what we're doing is we're taking used books that might otherwise be bound for landfill, and we're putting them online for sale
Oh,
and finding new homes for them. And then
wow.
every time that happens, part of the funds from that sale of the book go to fund literacy programs around the world.
Wow. No kidding. How long have you been doing this?
Business has been around since 2003, so we're
Wow.
just
Oh,
entering our 10th anniversary year.
no kidding.
Kicks off in September, yeah.
So I see like you're involved in with libraries and everything like that. Like, is that with Friends of the Libraries? I've given a lot of my old books to Friends of the Library. So is that the same kind of thing?
Yeah, it is the same kind of thing. We
Yeah.
work with about 3,400 different libraries
Wow.
in the U.S., Canada, UK, and Ireland.
Uh-huh.
And essentially, what we do is we provide an outlet for their discards and donations. A discard would be a book that it's not circulating enough
Uh,
anymore. They want to make room for new books,
mm-hmm.
or donations where people like yourself might bring donations to the library, and it turns out there's a relatively small portion of those that they can actually put into their
Right. Or
circulation. The
sell.
rest, they need a place, right? And
Yeah.
then what frequently happens, as you pointed out, is we'll actually work together with a friends group at a
Uh,
library. So they'll take those discards and they'll have their sidewalk sale.
right.
And it turns out what sells really well in a physical venue, like a
Mm-hmm.
sidewalk sale, might not sell that great online.
Huh.
And the converse is also true. So when
I
they're
see.
done, they can often send us what remains,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of that stuff will sell really well online.
No kidding. So you're really like an Amazon, but for used books, right? That
Mhm.
the profits then go to help literacy programs.
Exactly. It's sort of
Ah,
like the socially conscious option
I see.
for buying books. Yeah.
Amazon mad at you guys or what?
No, actually,
No?
Amazon's an important partner of ours. You hear the term co-opetition.
Yeah, I see.
So we actually sell an awful lot of our used books through Amazon. They have a
Oh,
marketplace.
so
You
you're
see
one of
that
those
buy
used
it
book things.
used link.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's we're
Oh, I
often in
see.
there. But
Ah,
then we also have our own branded site, BetterWorldBooks.com.
yes. What was that
Yeah,
again? Oh, I'm sorry. What was
yeah, BetterWorldBooks.com.
.com.
Exactly.
Now, there's another neat thing you're doing, John, that I know a lot of people. I was just talking to a smart person today, and they had never heard a B corporation. You're a B corporation, correct? Well, tell the audience what that is and how cool it is.
Sure. So B Corporation is a new way of doing business, and it's a certification that holds you to a higher standard for social and environmental
Uh,
achievement or impact. And essentially, to become a B Corporation, you need to complete a rigorous questionnaire and
uh-huh.
score high enough on that questionnaire, which explores your social impact, your environmental impact,
I see.
your impact on the community and with employees and so forth. And then once you've scored high enough to become a B corporation, you
Uh,
have to actually alter your articles of incorporation to say you'll
uh,
serve all stakeholders equally,
hmm,
whereas most C corporations have in their articles that they're going to strive to serve their shareholders
that's
above
it.
all else.
I see. I never understood that. So that's the key. In other words, your corporation is going to help the environment, your customers, your employees, and what else? What am I? Are they the three? Or
And then literacy
oh,
organizations
literacy. I see.
around the
So
world.
something. Yeah.
Exactly.
So then, is it like a way to be a nonprofit but still be able to make money and have an asset?
Yeah, one way to view it would be sort of as a hybrid
Uh-huh.
between a nonprofit and a for-profit. But strictly speaking, a B corporation is a for-profit entity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one that says profit isn't the be-all, end-all. We're not going to earn a profit at any cost. We're going to equally serve our stakeholders. So it's sort of B corporations
Yeah.
say, hey, if I externalize some of my costs by dumping on the environment, for
Right.
example, I can make more profit, but that's not good for all of my stakeholders because it
Right.
damages the environment
Right.
and it's bad for the community. It's that
Well,
kind of
then
thing.
I mean, I could do the same thing and be a C corporation, right? Well, so what would motivate me to be a B corporation versus a C corporation and just take care of everybody nicely?
Yeah, great question. Great question. A couple
Yeah.
of things. So, there's an awful lot. The guys that founded B Lab, the certifying body,
Right.
basically realized, there's a lot of greenwashing out there, and
I see.
so they said, how can we separate
Uh-huh.
this? And they also said, there's tons of product certifications, but there's no
I see. Yeah.
certified a company.
Yeah.
So when you
You're
buy from a
jumping
B,
around a little too much for your earphone.
oh,
I don't know
uh,
if people watching John's earphones are a little funky and they're
yeah,
so I got to keep his head still
right,
so we don't
right,
get some.
steady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea there is, by becoming a B corporation, you can set yourself apart from
Uh-huh.
other companies. So it's certainly a trust mark. But then you also join this community of like-minded companies that can be a
Uh-huh.
great resource for each other.
Now, I understanding that there's like a dozen or so, or maybe more now, states that have that certification at the state government where you're registered as a B corporation. Is that true?
Yeah. So there's two different things going on there. So
Uh-huh.
there's certification, which
I
is
see. Right.
administered by B Lab, and anybody can get that regardless of your
I
legal.
see. Right.
But then there are states that are passing laws, and
Yeah.
they're falling like dominoes, where you can become a benefit corporation, which is a legal status administered by the state, just like a C corporation is a
I
legal.
see.
So they often can go hand in hand. Usually, a lot of these benefit corporation laws
Uh-huh.
require that you get some kind of third-party certification, and certainly B Corp certification is a
Would do
natural
that.
fit. Yeah.
Now, my understanding then, if you become that B corporation, or what did you call it for the state at the state level, is called a what? Benefit corporation. That then you're eligible for certain grants and stuff like that that's given to nonprofits. But even though you're a corporation, you're still eligible for these kinds of grant money from the state, local governments, or who's ever handing them out. Is that your understanding?
It's not so much grant money. There's only one legal jurisdiction, the city of Philadelphia, right,
That's right. I heard that.
granting a
Yeah.
benefit
Yeah.
of some kind to if you're a B corporation.
Uh-huh.
But B Corp, the B Lab itself administers a B Corporation Service Partners program where B Corps and non-B Corps alike can extend a discount to B corporations. And
I
so,
see.
for example, Salesforce.com is one of the fantastic partners there. They extend to B corporations the nonprofit rate that they give to their
I see.
foundation. And
So in other words, so your benefit is having discounts on all these services that you probably, could use in your business.
it's certainly one of the benefits of
Yeah.
being a B corporation. Yeah.
And the other benefit is really showing other people that you have a bigger mission in mind and just stuff in your pockets.
Yep. That, and then it's also, there is this change to the Articles of Incorporation, which is really important to a lot of B corporations in terms of survival of the mission. So if there's an acquisition, if there's new funding, if there's new ownership, this change would survive that. Event.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. So back to the books. I mean, that's a great idea. And I'm trying to encourage people that, at least so they know and they have different, you could have other motives of being in business besides just trying to get to Wall Street. But the book thing, where do you find books? How do you find used books?
Yeah, so I kind of chronologically, we actually started on college campuses with
I see.
And so as that expanded to where we do on any given semester, we're at probably 1,000 to 1,200 college campuses.
Wow.
We also realized, gee, this business is really cyclical. It's August, January, and everything in between is famine. And so we looked out and we said, gee, libraries have a real problem as well, dealing with books that are no longer needed in circulation. So we started to address libraries, and now, as I think I said, we work with over 3,000.
Yeah.
And then we continue to extend from there to buy thrift. So we actually buy some thrift books by the pound.
Can people just send you books? All right.
People can send us books.
Oh, really? Oh, good. So you go to your website and find out who to send them. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people now have decent books hanging around, and they're going so much on ebooks. Yeah, they may want to unload that. Do you have a concern with ebooks, or are you just going to sell used ebooks?
Well, that would be great to figure out. We do have customers who like ebooks as an option, and we certainly want to keep them as customers. They want to buy both. So we'll shortly be coming out with an ebook offer.
Oh, really? Wonderful. Now, you said, let me back up a few paragraphs ago. You said something about on college campuses. Your audio went funky, and I didn't hear the one word. What books did you start with on college campuses?
Oh, running book drives.
Oh, running
So
book
students
drives.
could donate their textbooks.
I see. Okay. And then they
Yeah.
came to you, and then people could. Yeah. Well, I mean, that used student textbooks, I'm sure, is a big business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
And then our latest expansion is a national network of book drop boxes.
Oh.
And I have a prop for you.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I love props.
So
Yeah. The way I dress, I always.
This is a miniature
Oh, wonderful.
of our drop
Why
box.
can't I? Yeah.
See that? Yeah. Says
Is
donate
it upside down? Why? I can't read that. Why is it? So it's because of the mirror or something? Or?
if I can.
No, it's there. You see how it's backwards?
Is it a mirror image?
Yeah, it's a mirror image. It doesn't matter.
I bet I have a cool setting that'll fix that. How's that?
Oh, yes. Wow.
Yeah. So donate books here. And these, we started in Atlanta and in northern Indiana, where we have corporate presence as test markets, but now we're expanding all over the eastern U.S.
Oh, that's terrific. So I got old books. Instead of throwing them out in the garbage, you drop them off there. So it's like the old clothes. I look for those because I got a lot of old question mark suits. I'm always trying to unload.
There you go.
Well, this is great, John. You're a delight, and it's nice to know about B corporations and trying to let people know that there's, you could live for more than one reason. I was thinking the other day, on money, that we print money in this country, and on the money it says, "In God we trust." Yeah, but it seems like what we really trust is how much money we can make before we die. Has nothing to do with God. So it seems like we should stick to the motto or change the motto. I don't.
Right on.
Take care, John.
All right. Thank you, Matthew.